Hello. Before I begin, these are all my thoughts and opinions based on information that's out there. Do your own research and let's be responsible with the comments, okay? I want to also preface this by saying that I have no hate nor love for Harry and Meghan Markle. The only issue I take with that is that they're using royal titles. They're exploiting royal titles while discrediting and bringing into disrepute the monarchy. And the monarchy, a lot of people forget because it's a family, that it is a government branch, the highest government branch, which represents the UK and the Commonwealth. And as such, they have to be separated. There's a lot of things. If he went into the world as Harry and Henry Windsor and he trashed the royal family, I couldn't care less. That's his business. But the point is that he lied. It has been proven that they both lied because of their own words, what they said in Oprah, that they've been planning this for years. Let's also keep that into the correct perspective, because years is actually months before they got married, because they have only been married 3 years, and it was almost like a shotgun wedding. So yeah, so I wouldn't care if it was Meghan Markle writing a book. Great, whatever, Meghan Markle goes, but they haven't done that since they left the royal family. First, they lied to obtain titles, which gives them privileges, financial and otherwise. Because let's not forget that Harry and his wife would not be getting any recognition anywhere were it not for the fact that they're using royal titles. I saw that Meghan sent a copy of her book to somebody with a little note. There was Duchess and Duke everywhere. This is sent from the office of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, from the Duchess of Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. I mean, this woman is absolutely exploiting the very same titles of the institution she's trying to discredit for the fact that she didn't get additional titles. So, and this she just sent, I think, 2-3 days ago. So to me, it's very funny that people think that they're willingly going to give up the titles when she's making sure that those titles are posted everywhere. This whole debacle that they're doing is because they could not blackmail the royal family, which again is the monarchy. I'm not going to even say royal family anymore. It's the monarchy, and the monarchy is an institution, a government institution, which is there to serve the people, the UK and the Commonwealth, to promote the interest of the UK and Commonwealth abroad, everywhere, to unite, to assist with charities, with fundraising. That is the purpose of the monarchy. And the monarch is the head of state of all these nations. So when we say that Harry and Meghan could not blackmail the monarchy, they couldn't blackmail the government into giving them more privileges and more titles undeservedly. And as Harry said in that Oprah interview, it is his birthright to be financed, because he got so used to being financed and getting all these privileges that he considers them his birthright. Now, royal titles, all royal titles and dignities. And I know I repeat myself because there's still people out there, and people who they know with knowledge, or they're still trying to mislead people into thinking that Parliament has something to do with royal titles. That is not the case at all. All titles and dignities are complete discretion of the monarch. If there's a petition to be made, all we can do is send a petition to Parliament to urge them, to ask him to urge Her Majesty the Queen to remove the titles. And number two, I really do think that a parliamentary petition should be issued in regards to modifying the Bill of Rights, 1869 Bill of Rights, in regards to the monarchy. the role of the monarchy. There has to be now drafted, I think, it's my opinion, a code of conduct in usage of royal titles, because it's clear that they've been exploited, and it's now common practice that they feel angry that they're not allowed to exploit this title. They feel entitled to exploit, abuse, commit crimes, and get away with it. No royal, other than the Queen, has immunity, but it's not diplomatic immunity. People also keep saying diplomatic immunity. No, the Queen has the immunity of a monarch, but the other royals, they don't have any immunity, but they're acting with impunity under the blanket of being related to Her Majesty the Queen. This is why there has to be an independent, if you like, or a body within the Foreign Ministry of Affairs in the United Kingdom that supervises the role of the monarch and the royals who are there, who holds them accountable for what they're doing. Because absolute power corrupts absolutely. What do you guys think? Please let me know what you guys think. And I gotta tell you, I've been getting so many emails. There's especially this email I got. It really struck me. They talk about racism. I got this lady talking to me and some other person, and she's saying, what do I know? That I'm just this third world person who basically talks about being a diplomat, probably from a third world country with no knowledge or anything. It's incredible. I speak 4 languages. Spanish is not my first language, by the way. I speak 4 languages. I'm not saying this to brag, but it's just how racism manifests itself. She assumes, because I mentioned Latin America, I was born in Central America. My parents are not from Central America, but I was born there, and I consider myself Latin. I grew up most of it in different countries in the world because of my father's job. And, I lived in Canada. I am Canadian, and then later in Europe, where I lived most of my life. So yeah. But she made the assumption that I'm an ignorant third world country person with no knowledge because I am Latin. Because that's how a lot of Latinos are viewed, as ignorant, as, if she has money, it's because somebody gave it to her. It's not that she had a high paying job. By the way, I wasn't a diplomat from a third world country. It was from a very powerful nation. But that's beside the point. But to me, it's the assumptions that she makes just because I said I was born in Central America. And that is racism. It's discrimination too, but I'm not offended by it. You can see I'm smiling, but it just made me laugh because I lived with this all my life, But anyways, the role of the monarchy is in the monarch. I'm not going to say royal family anymore, but the monarchy is an institution. And Harry and Meghan sat in the Oprah interview demanding more rights, demanding more privileges. Harry, a 30-some-year-old man who's a millionaire in his own right, angry that his daddy wasn't getting him more money. I have taught my son right from wrong. I disciplined him. Harry's problem is that nobody has ever told him no. And now that he's been told no, and he has envy, you're going to see it. Now, I repeat myself. Meghan Markle and Harry are recording a reality TV show. They have been in the talks for many months, and they've been recording that. This is why now you don't see her. And now they're saying that the baby's going to be born on June 10th, which is Prince Philip's birthday, by the way. Now, I don't have anything against the child, whether they have children, whether they want to keep the birth details public or they want to keep them private. Excellent. Absolutely. But that means that their children cannot be part of the line of succession, because by law, before it used to be the Home Secretary, because that used to certify that the child was born out of the mother's body. That's because all children were born most likely at palace. But after Princess Diana, because there are doctors present who can certify, and you would see the certificate with the signatures of the doctor who deliver the children. All people have presented that certificate because it has to be witnessed. This is a document that must be public, because there can be no doubt as to the correctness of the birth of a royal child who is included in the line of succession. Now, in being included in the line of succession implies a huge responsibility, privileges, but responsibility, especially being so close to the line of succession, within the line of succession. So if they want to keep their child, the details of whatever the child, is, that's great. But then that comes with a price. Then the child must be removed from the line of succession, because there's the document. Even Buckingham Palace got it wrong when announcing when the child was born, because nobody knows. And Harry and Meghan Markle have been proven to be liars. They are public liars. They lie. They're public liars. Everything they say is a lie. So they can't be, their word cannot be taken as true. They're not credible people. And there's the doctors that they said were the ones who delivered the child, has said that it wasn't them. And this document has not been produced, and this document must be made public if they want the child to remain in the line of succession. If they don't want to make it public, then the child must be removed, because his birth, the details of his birth, must be made public. It's part of the law. Now it's not a home secretary, but there are doctors present, but now they're not even allowing that, and they're allowed to get away with it, which is wrong. If they want to keep the birth of the children private, then the children cannot be part of the line of succession. If they want the child, then the birth of that child and how this child was conceived and came about must be made public. It has to be made public because it has to be transparent in order for for people to know that he's legally entitled to be in the line of succession. Now, I have a couple of things. And this is what I learned. Please feel free to fact check me, okay? Royal assent is different than Queen's consent. I'm reading this because I actually Googled it, right? In which the Queen must consent to any law being debated in Parliament that affects the monarchy's interest, such as, for example, reforming the prerogative. Prerogative is what the Queen does. So the Queen has to agree that Parliament can debate what she does, which is ridiculous. There has to be an independent body to do that. Tax laws, or the Duchy of Cornwall, for example. For example, if Parliament wants to talk that they're going to heavily tax, or the Duchy of Cornwall is going to be taxed like everybody else, and it's going to have the same laws as everybody else, the Queen has to give her consent for that to be debated in Parliament, and that goes with pretty much everything. So this is why it's incestuous. This thing is not healthy. Because not everybody's going to have the morals of the Queen or the values of the Queen. If we get somebody like Prince Charles, or God forbid, Harry or Andrew, can you imagine? So there has to be an independent body. The Bill of Rights for the role of the monarch, and the rights and limitations of the monarchy and the use of titles must be amended. Because back then, they didn't think that the royals would behave like common hoods, like thugs. Nobody thought that. Like Royal Foundation transferred money to Harry, Sussex Royal, large amounts. And that money, which is legal, because the Royal Foundation was told, listen, this money is going to be used to set up a new foundation. Fine. The findings of the charity organization said that, you know what? How you use that money after it's transferred is quite shady. And yet, they're not being forced to, they don't follow the investigation. Okay, you stated that the way they justify the use of that money is not clear. Then why aren't you following that up? Where we have Bob Iger, I think it's called, from Disney, claiming that he gave in a worldwide platform, which is an interview on television, saying that he gave $3 million to Harry to transfer to he didn't say we donated to the Elephant Foundation on behalf of Harry. No, we gave the money to him. Yet, when you look at the Sussex Royal thing and Travelist, there's nothing there that reflects $3 million. And nobody's holding him accountable for that. There's too many lies being told. Too many things that are not right. But this is just my opinion. And just one little thing I'm going to talk about. I am very angry because now apparently, and I'm serious, I mean, this is serious in the UK and in Europe, that they're going to remove the word mother. You know, when they say in official documents, is related to mother, father, whatever, they're going to remove, and it's going to be parent. I am really angry about that. And I hope people would, well, women, you know, we protest that, because now we're going to be, we're still fighting not to be discriminated against. We're not there yet. You know, in many countries around the world, women can't even drive, can't even vote. And now we can't even be part of a gender. Our gender seems to be offensive to transsexual, bisexual, gay men. Us existing as females, to me, that's the equivalent of what they're doing in those countries where they stone women to death. It's like they shaming them for being women. I'm sorry, but this is very important to me, because I find that really appalling, to tell you the truth. I don't know, what do you guys think anyways? But yeah, this is why this thing with Harry and Meghan Markle giving up their titles is they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. You know, and they said, I saw it in the news, oh, they demoted them from the website. They shouldn't be there, because that website, again, is for the monarchy, which is an institution, a branch of the government. And it's used for official business to tell us what the people, the working royals in the monarchy, are doing for the UK and the Commonwealth, to promote the traditions of the UK and Commonwealth, to show the official events of the UK and Commonwealth, not to promote Harry and Meghan, who are former royals who have discredited everybody and continue to do so. To me, they should have been removed completely. They shouldn't even be there, because it is an official website for official business. Harry and Meghan left, and also it has false information. Harry and Meghan do not live in the UK. They're official residents, because be very aware that term words have legal meanings. Official residence means that they're officially residing in the United Kingdom, which they're not. They are residing, and that affects tax things. So, but anyways, please leave your comments, click like, share, and subscribe. And on Thursday, I will be doing my live show, okay, for you guys. Not live show, but if there's anybody out there, even if it's one or two, it should be fun to talk. Thank you, guys, and have a good Sunday.